Hey guys, so welcome back to our fourth episode of the podcast. I know it's crazy. We're already on our fourth episode. And today we have forgot which side he is, but our co-anchor, or no, not our co-anchor.
Yo, just you can see me cruising. You could kill me chilling on the seafloor. I'm kind of just there hanging out. I like ropes getting tied to me. Yeah,
Hey, yo.
I'm an anchor. That's what I do. Or chains. Chains are also okay.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Anyways. So, welcome back to our podcast. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Um, so, we have a couple things that we want to talk about, and we actually have some Q&As at the end. So, if you want to know what those are, just stay tuned. Anyway, so let's get started with the episode.
This shit tastes
So,
fire.
do you want to tell them what you're drinking? He's drinking a Dutch Bro drink.
I'm drinking
If
Shark
those...
Attack by Dutch Bros. They had their grand opening in my neighborhood today. So, it was very good. I definitely feel the sugar rushing through my veins though. So, I feel like my life expectancy is now decreased all the way to 25 years old, but like it's fine. It is what it is, you know. What
Well,
can you do?
that's Bros for you. They're all about sugar.
It's
So
straight up all sugar. I feel my veins are like instead of red blood cells now they're freaking sugar molecules, and I'm very terrified. But it's
it's
okay.
all sugar and energy drinks. That's all.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna do. So the first thing that we're gonna start off is just a recap of what's happening in our lives, and so I can get started with that. For those that don't know, I did transfer jobs and I just started it yesterday actually. And so
Woo!
and so now I'm still with the state. If for those that
And with
don't know,
IT.
okay. I work for the state and I do a lot of IT stuff, but I just transferred location, so now I'm not in downtown area anymore. Now I'm in like a different area. Not gonna say just for security reasons, but I did.
Where is the specific address that you work? And where
No,
can
it's
I
here.
what cubicle number are you? And where can I send you stuff?
Actually, speaking of cubicle, I
Okay, yeah.
don't have a cubicle anymore. I have an office with a door.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. What the heck?
Yeah, I
You
have
could
a freaking office with a door, and like my my supervisor was so nice about it. She was like, "So like the times that because my classes are online, so I can just do it at work, and so
Oh, I
I
see what you
was
mean.
so she was like, just we're gonna put a sign on your door saying do not disturb while you're in class." I was like, "Oh,
What
I
are
get
you,
a
like the manager
sign."
of the state? Like, what is going on? The only person that has a freaking like office in my freaking company is the freaking director. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? What the
So
hell?
I like bumped up like few notches, and so I now have
What the
like it
fuck?
may not be such a big deal to some people, but it's
That
a
is
big
a
deal to
very
me.
big deal. Getting your
Having an office with a
with a
door.
door, yeah, that is like I can't believe. Okay, but if someone who hasn't actually worked in like the corporate world, to them they're probably like, "What the hell are they talking about? Like a
Yeah.
door?" But it is big. Usually people just have
Mm-hmm.
cubicles. Even my manager just has a cubicle.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh my gosh!
I know.
Congratulations, that's freaking awesome.
Thanks. Thank you. So yeah,
You know
I
what's
think
funny?
that's.
Yeah, you
Uh,
go, you go.
uh, oh no, I was just saying that's like probably the highlight of my life right now.
You know what's funny? I make fun of you for being in IT, but I also do IT.
I know.
I don't know why I just am able to make fun of you that much for IT when I literally work in the IT department. That's so weird. I never really questioned it myself. I was like, it's funny, just keep doing it. But I technically work in IT, which is really it's not your IT, but like it's not your kind of work, but it's still
No,
IT,
yeah.
which is very strange.
Hmm. And it my new position is a little bit different than my last one, but it's kind of still the similar
Do you still tell old people to turn on
things.
the power when the computer's off? Okay, cool, cool.
Yes,
It's so
I
crazy.
I do.
People making like so much money by telling an old person to plug in their power cord. That's
Or
crazy.
just push a button.
I
Just
should
push
have
a
went to
button.
IT, man. Why am I going to computer engineering? I should have just went to IT.
I don't
You
know.
you really you really took the smart way out. That's really impressive.
See, you still have a cubicle. I have an office with a door.
Okay, okay, okay. Damn.
And I get a sign that says "Do not disturb" because I'll be in class. But
Damn.
yeah.
You're living the good life. I can't compete.
Saying that those jokes really paid off.
Enjoy your door, asshole.
Hey, friendly, family
Hey,
friendly on my.
we never agreed to that. We never agreed to that, okay? We never agreed. You gotta, you gotta let the
Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna have a game out on my. Yeah, that's gonna have a
That's
lot
not
of
gonna be very
snippets.
family friendly.
So
There is graphic.
no, speaking of that, it will come out soon.
There will be
Just
graph
having.
on Kelly's channel. There
Yeah.
will be nudity coming out.
No, 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 no. It is very much centered out. Like you
It'll
can
be
barely
censored,
see
yeah.
the screen. The only thing you'll see is like the caption of like what they're saying because that's just in the gameplay.
Enormous
But
balls.
there's no like bad thing in the caption either. Like so you won't see anything. I
Yeah. It,
gotta make that
is. It
clear.
is funny. I mean, like hypothetically, if she just forgets to edit it out, then like you guys would see it. So.
I made sure I didn't because I am not getting YouTube saying, "Oh,
People have shown worse on YouTube.
inappropriate."
People have shown worse on YouTube and gone away with it. The
Yeah.
only thing they care about is swearing, really. Like if you just swear in the first 15, did you know about that thing? Swear in the first 15 seconds of a video and it's demonetized. If you didn't do that, you're fine. You could show freaking boing, and it's still fine.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, anything like new happening in your life?
Suffering. No, I'm kidding. I let's see. I don't want to talk too much about college because it's something that I feel like no one wants to hear about because it freaking sucks. But I did meet some people in general in college during the few times I was in the library hanging out, and it's nice. I met some people. It's cool. Usually I'm the person that just walks out immediately after class ends, but I hang out a bit sometimes and just get to meet some people, which is fun. Classes are going well. Work is going well. That's good. Um yeah, it's kind of just a repeat of those. Just try I think today I got my general ed certification for community college. So whatever four-year university I transfer to, I can just show them that certificate, and then I don't need to do their general ed, which I like a lot. And in general, I've been out with friends a lot the past week. I look, man, I need a social life. I've been just like sitting at my desk, just working on stuff for a while, like uh, job apps for like software engineering, editing video, and that's one thing. I kind of changed my editing rhythm. I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's boring as frick. But basically, I used to like cut the entire thing and then go into like editing it down like production wise, like adding fun stuff. But I realized I have a very bad attention span and I need to work. That's one thing I would like to note to many people. You need to figure out how you work. You need to. Like, otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. If you try to copy what other people do to work successfully, you're not going to get very far. For me, when I work, I have a very short attention span, so I need to blast things through in a very short period of time, or at least like focus on a certain thing. So for editing, I can't focus on cutting something for like an hour or two straight. I will get bored, I will get slower, and I'll get less productive. So then I just said, okay, crop every 30 minutes. Once you're at 30 minutes, take a break, edit that stuff into something fun, and then go back to the next 30 minutes. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems a lot easier. And keep in mind, I've been trying to figure out how to edit things properly for the past year. So there's gonna be a lot of trial and error when you do these things, but once you figure out the way that you work or learn that fits you, so much easier. That's kind of what I did for school. I kind of just do what I half the time I don't even do all of the notes or the stuff, but I just do my own way of learning, which is like practicing, and then I do well. So just learn whatever way you work and study, and it helps out. So that's something I've been figuring out recently. It's pretty good. What about
That's
you?
good.
Yeah. What about you, Kels? How do you? What tips have you learned from like how you work slash study best? If you have anything to
Mm,
suggest.
I break them into bits and pieces, and then say like for editing, if I have for instance like a podcast and it's an hour long, I'll break it up into like uh I want to say like at least 15 minutes, and then edit that one clip, and then break it up into a 15, and then edit, um and then go on,
Your
and
work style is
then
so much more healthier than mine. God, more healthy. God dang. Pop off.
and then and then for studying, I'll study for a good hour and a half, and then take a mental break for what, 10 minutes, and then do some homework, and then go back to studying. But because you don't want to overload your mind and your brain, because then you're just going to get exhausted, and then you can't really function. And so that's just what I do. But yeah. But speaking of friends, me and Afraz and I and another friend went skiing last weekend.
We did,
And well, we went skiing and our other friend went snowboarding.
which was
But it
fun
was
to
such a
watch.
great time. Like it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. Like I mean, it was cold in the beginning because we got there in the morning, but as we were just doing our thing, it kind of got really hot, and then we did some illegal sledding there.
Oh
Do
yeah.
not
Oh yeah.
sled.
Do you want us to tell that story of
I mean, we can.
Okay, so I guys, I'm not a bad person. I swear. I just
Okay, let me go back to the beginning.
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
So we were, so what we did was we went skiing for the first time, and then we took a break and we went back to the car to like eat some fruit and drink some water because we got really dehydrated just really quick.
Hey,
And
don't say
so
we. It was you two, okay? I was still kicking.
but then and then we went back to skiing, and then I think we did it like twice because the line was just so long. And so we're like, we're just gonna wait until it dies down. So we thought, so
Yeah.
we went back to the car, ate some food and stuff to get our energy back, and then we went sledding. And I was just carrying, like, these sleds aren't tiny at all.
They're very
Like
discreet. Like they stand
they're not
out.
even, like, yes, and they are very colorful too. And like one sled's
Red and
red
purple,
and one is
yeah.
purple, and they're not small either. And so me and my other friend were just walking, and I was just walking around, just entering the place again, and I'm like in the front, and then Frost and the other friend are behind me, and I didn't see anything that said you can't like bring your own sled, but apparently he did, and they both did actually, and they did not tell
No,
me until
I saw it and told him. He wouldn't have seen it.
okay.
I saw it and I told him, and he's like, all right. And he was like,
But yet again, no one stopped us at the front, and so
yeah. And
it
also
didn't
like
make sense.
I was planning on just playing the innocent card, like or ignorant card, and I'm like, oh, we didn't know. Like I didn't see the sign.
No, I truly did not
Like
see the
yeah.
sign,
I'm like I
but
don't. Okay.
they did.
I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer in the group. Guys, there's actually a sign here that says we can't sled, and that means we have to go back. And I'm like, okay, if they really want us to not sled, they can tell us.
Like there's so many workers around us too where we were
Yeah.
sledding, and so it'd be different if they like said something and then we just didn't listen. But
Yeah, that
like
part's
they
like
all saw us, and they didn't say anything. And then we got a lot of sledding in, and it kind of like let us like bring our energy back for skiing. And then like one of the I think the managers came up to us and said, "Oh, sorry, you can't sled here. It's insurance reasons and stuff, or something like that."
Yeah, yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, okay, sorry, we didn't see anything." And like they're so chill about it. Um, and then the first aid guy that goes around are like he was like saying, "Oh yeah, you guys can't sled," and, which is fine
We're like,
because
we know,
we're
like we're
we're we're like we
going.
know we're going, we're gonna go put it back. But like we got some use out of it, and so. But like I just don't understand why the workers saw us clearly and didn't say anything until one of the managers have to come and like tell us, and then we just went back to skiing, and then yeah,
Think
it
about it
was
from their
pretty
perspective,
fun.
though. Would they care? Like, if there's workers, they're like, look, I'm just trying to get through the day. Just like, like if they get involved with us, it's gonna be their problem. They have to deal with it, and like, why would they want to deal with more stuff? It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But for the manager, like, yeah, that makes sense. And hey, we finished all of our sledding before they even said
Honestly,
anything. So
yeah,
like,
cause
yeah, you go on.
cause we were saying like, oh, just like one or two more sledding down the hill, and then we sledded. I think was it once or twice that we did,
Something like that. I don't
and
remember.
then And then the manager came. We're like, "Oh yeah, sorry," and like but we're in our minds. We're like, "Oh yeah, we're already done anyways." So it wasn't a big deal. But
We literally were
we're
like, they
just
saw us like in like I think we were just throwing snowballs at each other. Like our friend was
yeah, we were
building one,
sitting.
building like a snow thing, and then we were just like pelting the hell out of each other with snowballs. That's it. That's all we were doing.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you can't use the sleds." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we were sledding. I forgot about that. We were sledding without being allowed to." But like again, the ignorance card. I'd say I'm a pretty good actor, and I can play ignorant very easily. So if it was never needed, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't know. We could leave immediately."
Anyway, so that
Fun
was a fun
story.
trip. We left at like so early. Um, you did an Instagram live in the car for a bit,
That
and
was fun.
then
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
Remember when we saw our other friend at Starbucks working there, and then
Oh
we all
yeah.
freaking tipped her. It was so funny. I think
Yeah.
like our friend gave like, oh no, you gave like 5, and I was like, I'll beat
Mhm.
you, and then I gave 10.
And then I drove off, and then our other friend, I didn't know he was gonna tip, and so I just like, cause there's some cars behind us, and so we're like, oh, I have to go,
You were already
and
driving, and he was trying to
so I was
hand out
like,
the bill, and
but
you
he was
already drove
only doing $2, so it's okay.
fast. He's,
It's
you're
okay.
like,
We
yeah,
we
that
got,
broke ass. We don't need his tip.
but yeah, that was super
Kelly
fun.
Choi vlogs making fun of people's income. Let's go.
But anyways, like, um, I think you're vlogging that too, right?
I was, and I still look, man. I haven't even fucking finished the Fall Guys. And that was like a month ago. But okay,
So,
me after fixing my editing style, may I think I'll get videos done more because now I'm not making it 3 hours of cutting. Now I'm like taking
mhm,
breaks in between, like
yeah.
jumping back and forth, which is a lot better. So hopefully that'll
Mhm.
happen. Cross my fingers, but that's what I hope for.
So yeah, just look out for that in the future. Not saying now, but just in the future. Because we both are pretty busy, and we still gotta. We're students, and so we still gotta do something called school.
Think I remember what is it? There's like a thing that my friend said, one of my best friends. He said that the reason why like some people like stay up is to like feel that because they feel like they don't have control over their time during the day because they're so busy. So when they stay up during the night, that extra time they're staying up is like that feeling of them wanting control, which I thought about it and I'm like I kind of relate with that because I'm so busy during the
Yeah.
day. Like when I stay up and it's like 10 p.m. or like 12 a.m. I feel good. I'm like, yeah, this is my time. Like, I don't need to distract myself with like I don't need to do work or school unless I'm procrastinating. But if I'm procrastinating, I know I'm doing that. But like if I'm staying up for no reason, then I'm like, okay, this is my time, and it makes me feel
Mhm.
like I have more control. Not good for my sleeping schedule, but it's good for me feeling like okay, I have something in my control, which is
No,
fine.
yeah, I can totally relate to that because I'll be just like doing like because I'll like take breaks and like start gaming with some friends around like 10ish or something like that. And then I'll just like do things like off of my time, and like because sometimes I'm not tired, and it's like midnight, and like yeah, so
That's fair. That's totally fair.
yeah.
Did you see your Discord messages? I may have sent you something.
No, let me.
My
God.
my OBS mobile plugin thing. I downloaded a plugin for those of you that don't know.
Oh.
I downloaded a plugin that like records OBS in like not only this view but also like the view that's like I think 1080 by 1920, the one that's for a phone, vertical. And Kelly's frame is just stuck on this because I closed out the window capture. So it's normal on the regular capture, but on the mobile one, it's just stuck with her like doing like a thing. Kelly, you can put it up on screen if she does that later. But
I'll put it up on the screen
there
right
we go. There we
here.
go.
Oh
For the audio
my.
only listeners, L ratio
Yeah.
get destroyed. I guess like.
I
Oh wait,
don't
no,
remember doing that either.
we have video on Spotify. No, we're good. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
about Apple Music.
Oh, speaking of that, I'm still trying to figure it out with that. I'm like talking with Apple right now, but once it's ready, I'll let you guys know in like whatever episode we're
Apple Music
recording.
listeners are gonna start being able to listen by episode 50. Kelly's like, guys, we finally got it. We finally got it. We're finally ready. And then by that time, I'll be like, all right, Kelly, I'm done with this podcast. I'm moving on to other things.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, so yeah, is there anything else
We
you
really
want to
dragged
talk?
out talk about daily things for a solid
Well,
26 minutes.
I mean, a lot happened.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about it in the last episode, or I think we only talked about it in the very first episode, but that's just us trying to introduce ourselves and who we
Yeah, we
are and
gotta
stuff.
be important. We gotta be
So
special, Kelly. We gotta bring up some thing, and that's why I think the next topic we should do should be a little spicy. Justin Roiland. Let's talk about that. Charges against Rick and Morty co-creator. Yeah,
that's just insane.
Justin Roiland with domestic violence charges.
And like he's so young too.
He's
I
felon
mean, like,
Rick.
yeah. But like I mean not like so young, but like he's in his 40s, but that's like
40s.
early 40s, but that's still so young, and that he just threw his life away. Like
He had a good
I
gig with
don't
Rick and Morty,
know.
really. He had a good gig with it.
Yeah, it's not like he had a terrible like lifestyle and didn't have like if he didn't have Rick and Morty, then maybe.
I mean, his
I don't want to
lifestyle was
say
ass because of him being an asshole that domestically abuses people. But like in general, his like livelihood that was pretty. I feel like I don't know how the budgeting and like financial costs work for someone running a series, but I feel like if you're the co-creator of like a very successful show like Rick and Morty, you
yeah,
probably have at least
some
enough to
control.
live comfortably. I'd say.
Yeah. Like it'd be different if you're like one of the cast members or something, but like you're the co-creator, like you should be fine if like because you're working with the actual creator itself, like you two came up with it, and so it's just wow. Like I don't know how someone has that mindset to just harm their like family, and so
It's like I think I've been hearing a lot about I don't know, just like people being like absolute garbage towards like I think like loved ones slash like family. Like I'm not gonna go into this like in detail because it happened a while ago. But remember like the Ned Fulmer cheating on his wife.
mm,
A lot of people on the internet are just being really bad in the past like year. It's been pretty bad. I think also I saw what is it? Actually, this might be a different topic, but there's just a lot of bad stuff happening in the past like whatever year. There are people that it seems like their lives are so good, and like the one thing you can do wrong is to be an asshole and do something that's like not human, like you know cheating, like domestically abusing someone or like cheating on someone. So many people are just doing that, and it's like okay, cool. You're very
it's like the Johnny Depp and Amber
oh
Heard.
yeah, that thing. God, when was that? Like, how old are you? When was that?
2020, I think, or 21,
She's
or
so
something like that.
old, guys. She's so old. She looks
And she
young.
was trying to act like the victim. Yeah,
She's
okay.
actually 30 years old. She's like freaking like over 10 years older than me. She's a grandma. I'm not saying 30-year-olds
Yeah.
are grandmas, just Kelly. Did you ever like watch Rick and Morty back when it was
I did.
undomesticated?
I
Okay.
did. It's not like my favorite, like something, oh, like I really want to watch it or something. But like I'll watch it. But it was fun. It was funny. So,
Let's
but yeah.
okay. Let's make this a little spicy, shall we? What do you think about what is it? Hypothetically, what if because like a lot of these things, right? These like bad things that people have done online or like as a creator or influencer or like a show creator like Justin Roiland. Would it be different to you if they came out themselves and didn't wait until they got caught and openly confessed that they were doing something themselves and wanting to redeem themselves? What do you think? Is there a difference there? What?
You're gonna have to say that one more time. Your audio was like
Oh, that's fine.
cutting
That's
out.
fine. Hypothetically, right?
Okay.
If people like Justin Roiland, Ned Fulmer, people that are on the internet or like creators of shows, for example, like prevalent people in the media industry slash online, if they instead came out themselves, like not out of the closet, not as LGBT, but if they came out of and like revealed whatever thing they were doing that they might have felt guilt over or like remorse and they wanted to redeem themselves, like Justin Roiland abusing someone or Ned Fulmer cheating on his wife, would that make a difference to you about how you would see them if they came out themselves and revealed it? Or are they just as shitty a person?
Say they're still that bad person because one, they still did it. And I mean I'll give them props for like telling them that they know what's wrong and how they know that they shouldn't have done it. Like that's the only props I'll give, but I'll always see it as you're still a bad person because you still did the action and you still admitted to it, and that it's something that you can't just forget. Like
Right,
say
right.
yeah, just say like if like for example, if you get like beaten or something and then uh the person that attacked you says, oh, sorry, that was my fault, I shouldn't have done that, like you're still gonna see them the same person like as they beat you, and they're not gonna, oh, I totally forgive you, yeah, we're cool, we're chill, we're best friends now. Like that's not how it works. Like you really need to think before you do your actions. And so
I agree, but counter argument. What if it's a situation like, for example, I don't know if you know the streamer Alinity. You know her, and
mhm,
so
yeah.
you know what happened with her in her past, right?
Hmm.
So don't you think that there is a potential for people to change and become better people? Like, because the way you're saying it is if like it's like they're branded bad for life, but also like Robert Downey Jr., he was in jail. Like he was a criminal.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what crime he did, so I can't speak on that. But he was in jail, and by that logic, one might think, oh, he did bad things. He's a bad person. But now he's like a revered actor, and people like him a lot. All that stuff. Do you think what do you think about that potential for like getting better? I guess.
I think it takes time for people to change, and that just I want to say like time is money, and like just things will happen, and like you can't just like see them differently
Oh
at
yeah,
that moment. And so I think once it gives it time, then I'll start to think, oh, is this person changing,
yeah.
or I don't know why I keep saying is he, or if this person is still doing the same things, having the same mindset, then it'd be different. Like if this person is willing to change and like admit that his or their action is wrong, then I would have a different point of view of them. But if it's still gonna be the same, then I'm not gonna change my perception of how they are and who they are to other people. And so
That makes
it's
sense.
just their
Yeah.
way of like wanting to change for themselves or
Right.
not.
But you'd be open to keeping an eye and making like seeing like, oh, are they improving in this like long time that like
Yeah.
because yeah, there are people that like yeah that redeem themselves essentially and gotten better. Like
Yeah.
no one's just branded as that forever. It's their choice to stay that way.
Hmm.
Okay, that that is a very good
Yeah.
answer. I like that answer a
Yeah.
lot.
I'd rather keep my options open before I make a final
Yeah,
decision. So,
like
yeah.
open mindset, like staying open to those
Yeah.
possibilities. Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel as well. I think there honestly, I do believe like at one point, like those people didn't. I don't know. I feel like it was just bad circumstances, and yes, there is accountability on their part as well. But I don't believe anyone's that evil 100% to just straight up do that action 100% because they want to. There had to be some other factors. So it's not fair, in my opinion, to brands. If you kill someone, then like that's different. That in my opinion, that's different. I will brand you as bad forever. Maybe other people won't,
Yeah.
but I will. But in general, in other cases, like I know there are times that people have done things that are pretty bad, but like maybe they didn't mean it or they were in the wrong mental state because stuff can do weird consequences
Yeah.
to your mental health just by like a few bad decisions, like alcohol. One drink you start might be something that ruins your life. And I know some people like that. Not know some people, but like I've seen people like that. And yeah, I feel like it's good to be open to it again if they're showing progress.
Yeah. But if you're not showing progress, then you're done. You're
Yeah.
done. Like there's nothing to change my mind because I don't see the effort that you have put into changing as
It's
a person.
it's their responsibility to proving themselves, I believe. If they want to like be seen as someone that's gone past that, they need to show it with their actions.
Mhm.
And so,
No, yeah.
that it helps when people do it. So, yeah, cool.
Most definitely.
Glad I got the spice out there, okay? I couldn't just leave it like sitting there like, "Oh, what's your favorite color?" Like, sorry. I had a very special person ask for some spice. If this is not the spice they wanted, then I'll be like, "Well, this is the spice that people like." So, yeah. Cool. That's
Righty. So, another topic. There, okay, so it's kind of different, but if you have been following or just have been on social media recently, you've seen two presidents, or one former president and one present president. One present president, that's a tongue twister.
yeah.
Um, do some, it's like stupid but funny at the same time, but you'll see them talking with each other, but it's just like a picture of them and they're acting like they're playing a game together and it's pretty funny. But what are your intakes on that?
So that's called AI. That's called I think deep fake. When
Mm-hmm.
computer software simulates people like either visually or auditorily, and this is an example of the auditory side. When you hear those voices, they might sound very convincing towards iconic people. And by the way, this is not just a Biden and Trump thing. It's not just
No,
them.
no, no.
People have done it for Obama. Some people have done it for Ben Shapiro. They've done it for I think what is it like a streamer named Soda Poppin. Like they had a
Oh,
commission done for his
yeah.
birthday, and they saw like they made a clip of him saying some weird ass stuff like as a funny bit with the AI voice, and it sounds so real.
Mm-hmm.
Someone could probably do it with our voices, to be honest, if they had the right tools.
Yeah.
They probably could. Really, it's crazy how accurate it is. So those clips have been blowing up on the internet, and they're really funny. I actually really enjoy them. I was literally watching one before I was walking in, at my desk to record this next episode. I was watching them play Valorant, and it was hilarious. It's so funny. I love it.
Saying like if you've seen it with the two presidents because I've
Yeah,
recently just seen it with them, but I've seen it with other people. But yeah,
the potential of
it's
it for good and
it's funny.
bad is crazy. You could do so much good,
Mm-hmm.
like so many fun. Well, not good. Sorry, funny. Like you can do a lot of funny stuff with it, which is great. Like there's a lot of funny stuff, but there is a big potential for bad stuff. As this is might be one that's a little. I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's like a weird subject, but like I believe was Atrioc, the streamer, was caught like looking at like deep fake stuff of like Pokimane and Maya Higa. That
Oh
was
yeah, I
bad.
didn't
I'm
hear
not gonna go
about
into it
that.
because it's a really weird subject. I'm not going to it. Like I would not tread into that unless I needed to.
Mm,
But deepfake can do a lot of stuff like that. Like thank you.
yeah.
Deepfake can replicate a lot of stuff, and it could be like human, like visually they can replicate stuff that I'm not going to mention. But AI
Hmm.
has unlimited potential. That's all I'm gonna say. And so there's a lot of potential for it to go bad. I think people are gonna use it for the worst a lot
Hmm.
more. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's not gonna stop at funny videos of them playing video games. I think it will get really
No,
bad, kind of like
yeah.
what happened with the Aatrox thing.
Hmm.
It's gonna be bad. I don't know what it could evolve. It devolve. Sorry, evolve is the wrong word. I don't know what it could devolve into, but the internet's not gonna be ready for it. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah. But that, yeah.
It's gonna be so weird. Like imagine just like a deep faked version of like maybe like your voice. Like if you get like big someday of your voice saying something that sounds
I
so
can't.
messed up, and it sounds exactly like you. It might look exactly like you. What proof do you have that it didn't happen? Like it's kind of hard. There's some that
Kind of
where it's
hard
like,
saving yourself.
yeah, like if like common sense wise, if like a friend of you knows, like, oh yeah, like they wouldn't say that. But like the internet's full of gullible idiots. Like, are you kidding me? People are gonna
Yeah.
believe it, and that could ruin someone's career.
Hmm.
Ah, that's a.
Yeah, the internet is starting to turn dark.
It's been turning dark since 2017. I made this joke with one of my
Yeah.
friends. 2017, when Harambe died, that's when shit hit the roof. Everything got
Mm,
worse,
yeah.
which is crazy because 2017 is also my worst year. So it works out. And
What's
you know,
2017 my
yeah. It wasn't for many, I feel like, but for me, there's a very specific reason, which I'm not gonna go into, but you know what it is. Yeah,
But yeah. I want to say my very happy year was 2019. That was like
2019.
such a good year.
When was that? That
I'd go back
was.
to it in a heartbeat.
I was a junior, right? Was it like? Oh yeah, it's like okay. For
Junior,
me, it was
yeah.
my late sophomore year, early junior year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
Cuz
right. That was a good
and then
year.
the year after like COVID hit and so yeah.
I
But
I
yeah.
I fuck with 2019 a lot. 2019 was a good year. It was
Hmm.
good.
I think yeah, ever since 2020, pew. I just did thumbs down for the audio.
For
Oh no, but
me,
there's a video.
yeah.
There's a video. I forgot there's a video on Spotify.
For me, streaming though, I like what is it? I liked 2020. It was good. The numbers were high. They were great. I felt good.
Mm.
And now they're like, well, actually, that's because of a different thing that if we're done with the last topic, we can segue into. But
Oh yeah, so I think you have to tell them something.
yeah, it's something I didn't even announce to my audience. So
Dang,
if they
we
didn't,
got the freaking
well, like
pre
it's kind of
preview
if they're in my Discord, they'd know. But I didn't even say it to my own YouTube audience, which is bad,
premiere.
huh?
We got the premiere
Oh yeah,
of the announcement.
the actual video premiere of it. Yeah, if you guys are watching this, actually, it's funny because the premiere is happening on your channel. It's okay. They'll know by I'll mention Twitch sometime in the next episode, and then they'll be like, "Wait, he's on Twitch now?" And I'll be like, "Check out Kelly's last video. Get the view count up."
No, if they asked about that, they'll be like, "Oh, you didn't watch episode 4?
Freaking
Shame
idiot!
on
Get the
you."
hell back there. What the hell? You didn't watch Kelly's episode on Kelly Choi Vlogs?
Dang.
YouTube.com/Kelly Choi Vlogs? Kelly Choi 06? Is that your tag? Kelly Choi 06? Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
YouTube handle.
It's so funny though. Kelly
Anyways,
Choi 06. That's so specific. Why is it 6? Anyways.
because everybody took Kelly Joy, and I was like,
There are a lot of Kelly
"Excuse me?"
Choi's out there. She's not really that special.
And so I had to like put a number or something.
That's
So
real.
yeah.
And that's fair. But yeah, speaking
Anyways,
of
back
that,
to your announcement.
yes. So I moved to Twitch back as a streamer, which is weird because I started in 2020 on my main channel, in 2020, and I was on Twitch for 2 years. Was it 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. And then the entirety of 2022, I was on YouTube, and I had a whole announcement video for it too, and I actually really liked how I made it. It was so good. And then in 2023, I just started to stream on Twitch, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here now. Like, it wasn't anything special, no announcement. I was just like, I'm back on Twitch. There's a lot of reasons that I did that. I will go through very briefly why they are. But one, I mentioned that what is it? You know the extension called Truffle.tv that Ludwig's been working on for YouTube streaming?
Mhm.
That was I was under the impression that I'd have access to that and that all YouTube streamers would have access to that. However, the feature is still in beta a lot. And only like Ludwig's closest friends have that feature. So that's already one down. 1 point down for Tektaro. 1 point down. Then YouTube mods can't even do really anything. All they can do is ban people. They can't even set up polls. There's no predictions. I have to do all of that if I really wanted to. And 3, chat sucks. I'm not saying the people in chat suck, but it looks so much worse. It shows their profile pictures, which I hate. I'm like, I don't care if your profile picture is like that random Among Us person. I don't care. It's so much cleaner to see like the little mod icon like with the sword or with the VIP with the little crystal. It's so much better. And chat flows so much more smoothly. I hate it. I hate it on YouTube. 4, there's another point about that I made back then when I was wanting to move to YouTube, saying that there's less people streaming on YouTube, so they're gonna get discovered easier than on Twitch. That's not entirely true if YouTube is dog water at streaming, because then no one's gonna come to YouTube where there are less people. Might as well be on Twitch where there's a fair chance. You do have to compete with a lot of people, but if you're making good content, you will stand out. If you're making good content. So if you're doing that, you shouldn't be worried. And there's more. I could go on and on. I could probably honestly make a video on my own channel in the future, but for now, those are some of the reasons, and there's more reasons why I debunked every reason that I said I would go to YouTube gaming. I debunked it within the last year. And I told myself it's better if I go back to Twitch. And so I did. I'm hoping it'll be what is it? I'm hoping that I'll have a lot more fun with it, because live streaming on Twitch is a lot quicker. YouTube is a lot more preparation. You have to schedule, you have to make a thumbnail. Twitch, I can be no brain, go in my little thing on OBS, title, meme, go live notification. Hey, baby, you want to come online and see me stream? Winky smile. And then, okay, does it see my voice? Cool, go live. That's it. It's really simple, and I think it makes it more fun, which is one other big thing. If you're in content, you need to try to have fun. If you do it for the money, you're going to get screwed. So that's why I'm doing it on Twitch. And plus, also, I realized that it doesn't matter where I stream. If I'm making YouTube videos, it doesn't matter. Like, I could stream. I remember I said streaming on YouTube to make better content. It's the same content. I'm still streaming the same garbage Valorant gameplay, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. Like, it doesn't matter. I didn't gain any more discoverability on YouTube on streaming than I did Twitch. Maybe I got like 3 subscribers, but like that's it. So there's no real benefit. So yeah, that's why I moved back. Yeah, there's not really, I could say more, but again, that is the gist of it. If anyone has any more questions about that, they're free to ask, but I just moved back to Twitch. YouTube sucks right now for streaming. Future, it'll be better. But right now I'm trying to be a streamer, so I need to live in the present. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, by the way,
announcements.
yeah, I wanted to say, could we skip the topic we have next and go to that one? Because I think I know what it's about, but I want you to say it so I can see if I can confirm it. I think I know what it's about.
Anyways, okay, so after he had his announcement, or whatever side he is, I actually have an announcement. My God, I can't speak. English is not my first language, if you can tell.
Is it actually not?
No.
You're so good at it. You speak it so well. I only speak English, and you're better than me at English. God dang. Pop off, queen.
Yeah, when I was a baby, I never spoke English first, and so.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Bilingual as fuck.
So with that announcement, no, that's not my announcement. Okay, so with my announcement,
I spoke Korean first. I am not native English speaker like you degenerate Americans.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, with my announcement,
yeah.
I have thought about this for quite a bit, and he
Okay.
can tell you how long I've been thinking about this, but I never told him the
Okay.
actual answer.
I know
But
what this is. I know what this is. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I am going to start streaming
Let's
some
go!
games.
We did it, boys! We did it! Woo!
And he's dead. Oh my goodness. Well, see, that's his raw reaction. But
Ah!
yeah, I've concluded my
Oh, I hit my arm. Oh,
answer.
I'm good. Yeah, yeah. Wait, your mixer?
No, my answer of
Oh,
should
I
I
thought you were
start
streaming
streaming
on
or not.
Mixer. I'm like, that's not a platform anymore. That's dead.
And so I'm most likely going to
Okay.
stream on Twitch. Um, but if you guys want me to stream on YouTube, I mean I
Don't
can,
do
but
it. Don't do it.
it's more likely to be better at streaming um on Twitch than YouTube, just because I've done like my research and I've heard of his side of streaming on YouTube and Twitch, and so
Yeah, you know someone that's done
I
like that for a year, and I'm really moving
yeah.
back. So
And so I made a conclusion, and I will be streaming mostly games. And so because I've realized since I'm doing a lot of recording of games, it's just easier if I just stream it instead of just recording, and then it takes up so much space on my computer, and so it's just easier if I just stream, and then I can talk to you guys, and we can just have a conversation and see if you guys like the game or not. And so you may see more games of us two playing if me streaming, and then you'll see some games that I'll stream. But yeah, I'm actually going to be streaming. I don't know when I'll fully start just yet
I was just
because
gonna ask that.
I
God dang.
I just got into a new job position, and then and so it will be very soon because I do have games lined up already, and so yeah, it'd be different if I didn't have anything lined up for you guys, but I actually do have at least 2 games lined up, and yeah, so I'll actually be streaming now.
Let's go.
Not
Welcome to the
crazy.
club. You're gonna have long hours of sitting at your desk talking to people on
Oh my
chat, and you're gonna
goodness.
have to ban people that are gonna be weird in your chat. And I'll help you moderate people that are weird in your chat, and you'll see a lot of ban requests in your chat. Woo!
Hey, and then I can save up to get a PC.
That's true. Yeah. Make sure to subscribe a lot, alright, guys. Make sure. Yeah. Don't worry. I got you, Kelly. I've been practicing my Prime sub advertisement for like years, like 2 years. I know how to do it. I got you. We get the
But
primers.
anyways, that was my announcement.
So freaking cool. If you got, yeah, you guys should put comments for stuff she should stream. It'd be very good. Yeah.
And if you can't tell, he's very happy about that.
By the way, in the recording, I'm on the right side, so just let you know. There we go. Yeah.
He's very happy about that. Yeah, I
You
don't know
guys don't
whose
know.
recording I'm doing.
I've been asking about the we're doing mine.
Okay.
You haven't fixed your audio thing yet. It's fine. Um I've been asking about it for like what? It's been like over a year, right? I've asked you about this
Yeah.
for like at least a year.
Yeah.
Hey, at least one
It's
thing's on
about
the list that
time.
they're still hurting. I still wanting her play Valorant, but like that one's been like lost to the ages. Like it came out in what 2020, and then she still hasn't done it. Sad.
It's because I mostly play Fortnite.
But you never tried Valorant. Okay, you never
Hey,
tried.
I tried Fall Guys, and I liked it.
Yeah, so try Valorant. You might like it. You really proved my point.
Okay. Anyways,
She's not actually gonna do it. She's
well,
actually a liar. She's a piece of shit.
anyways,
Yeah.
so we
Q&A.
will.
Right?
Yeah, so we actually have a Q&A from our last podcast, or actually second episode podcast.
It was from somewhere. That's
Uh,
all I know.
Yeah, it was at least we have a Q&A. But oh. Yeah. Oh, doing
You
the
go ahead.
Fortnite
I'm
thing.
background. I'm background visual. You just keep going to your thing. The Q&A.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, and so one of the Q&As was, how did me and, or sorry, grammar, how did Frost and I meet, or and what's our favorite memory? So we'll start with how we met.
None of them
So
are my favorite memories. I hate all memories with her. Ugh.
yeah, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. But
Ugh.
anyways, how we met was, I want to say, my so I have a younger brother, and he is in robotics at the high school that we went to,
I love the story.
and I I like, of course, knew who Afraz was, but I didn't fully know like who he was. And so like I just, if like someone mentions his name, like, oh yeah, I've like heard of him, and like I know him, but like I never like really like, hey, I'm Kelly and whatever. But as time goes on, I was in one of the academies at my high school, and they needed a video done for the robotics team, and so I offered to help out and shoot a video for them and stuff. And we needed to do some interviews, and he was one of the people I interviewed, and I still have that video.
Oh fudge.
and so um and so I didn't still fully know 100%, but I knew like him more than the other two people I interviewed. Um so that was a little bit helpful, but at the same time I still didn't know 100%. And I think it was during COVID once we started actually like talking, I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was during COVID. And because I that's when I started working more with the team and stuff. And so I want to say it was like COVID area, right?
It was COVID area, but not because of the team. At least not that
Okay.
I know of. Like it was like prime COVID. Like a
Yeah.
month after it started. So there wasn't even any time really for it to go remote with the team because everyone was
Mhm.
still back then. We were still under the impression that it would last for like a month or something. So
Yeah.
that was not the reason. Do you remember who contacted who first?
I think I contacted you first because one of the mentors wanted me to reach out to the business side and the other people. Like I forgot which sides that you guys were on, but like I remember one was the business, one was the
Programming and mechanical.
programming, yeah, and mechanical. And so I had to reach out to you guys. But I I want to say, and I think you knew who I was because of my brother, and I think I remember you saying, "Oh, you're," I'm not gonna say my brother's name, but,
You're
"Oh, you're
his
such and
sister.
such
Yeah.
sister," and I'm like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your brother," and
I
so
did.
and then my mom started coming into the team more, and so you're like, "Oh, that's your mom."
No, I was good. I think back then I was like, yeah, I just see that girl like around, like coming around. She would just kind of like stand there, all like goofy, and I'm like, not goofy, but like she would
Yeah.
just stand there. You know, okay, you know, like the standing emoji. That's what you would remind me of. Just like the standing emoji in like the corner of like the mechatronics room. That's what you would look like, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, she's just kind of
It's
standing there, like okay, but she looks kind of like insert brother. So I'm like, maybe
mhm.
she's related to him. It probably is.
And
I
so
never really questioned
yeah.
it. I kind of just kept doing my thing and just not.
And
Yeah.
so I started just hanging out more and taking videos for the team. And then I think after once we are done with that, because COVID hit, you guys didn't really need it anymore. We just started like just talking, and then like saying, "Oh yeah, we're like just having conversation." And then I think that's when you started to do a lot of like gaming stuff because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember I was in like most of your games for your like Among Us and like some other games that we did.
Yeah.
And so I think our prime time that we really fully met was early COVID area. And so,
Yeah.
and I think we like formally introduce ourselves when we're doing like the interview part. And so,
Yeah, no, for me it would just work. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just like do this
yeah.
interview. I didn't really think. Guys, I'd like to quick mention if I'm really like fast or like prompt with like meeting or talking to people, it's not because I don't care. It's because I might have something. I have something on my mind that I need to do that day, and I'm trying to like get to it. Like kind of like
Hmm.
what I do at work. People tell me I need to socialize, and I keep my head down, just walk and get my job done. Like I try to socialize, but I get too caught up in work. So if it ever happens, if I ever meet any of you guys, just know that it's not me saying I don't want to meet you. I usually have something I'm doing. Also, this thing. Oh my god, it still lights up. That's sick. Yeah.
But our like meeting each other was just very fast and just very just um it wasn't very like because we both really like kind of like already knew each other, but we just didn't like really talk as much. But we had like a sense of who we were, and it wasn't just who are you?
I know I've seen you
I've never
before.
heard of
Yeah,
you.
that's
Like,
that was
yeah,
the thing I
like
do.
I've seen you before, like I can picture your face, but I've just never had like a full on conversation.
Oh yeah.
And so our story of meeting each other is just a little it's just fast paced, and which is fine because we both had stuff going on. But what is your favorite memory? I That's gonna be hard because we've done so many
We've
things.
done a lot. We've done a lot, man. I don't freaking know. There's
um
like a whole tier. We could literally make a whole tier list of it at this point.
yeah.
Let me just say though,
I
from what I remember, I don't remember you like us getting into personal contact at all for like robotic stuff. I don't remember that really. Like
Oh really?
maybe it happened, but I don't remember it. The thing I
I
remember is yes, us doing like yes, you did interview me and stuff, like the robotic stuff, but I never remember us going to like personal contact unless it was for like, for that interview. I don't remember anything else. But what I remember after that is randomly I think I saw like your TikTok in April of 2020. And then I saw it and I followed. I'm like, "Oh, I recognize her. I think she's that girl that's in robotics standing there." Like I think she seems cool. Yeah, I'll follow. And I think I messaged you, and then we just started chatting from there.
yeah.
I don't remember what we talked about, but I
Yeah.
just have a habit of doing that, just like starting conversation based off nothing and just going with it. And here we are. Now we're very close friends.
Mhm. See what time can do to you guys. And so
You know what time can also do to you? Make you age and die. But we're gonna focus on the good parts, okay?
anyways, favorite memory. Oh gosh.
Do you have an
I
idea
if
of
I had
this?
if I had to pick one,
Oh, you stop doing that.
I'd probably pick one like something like recent that we've done.
Okay, yeah.
Um, I want to say so. I'll do two memories. One
Okay.
just us two, and then one with like a group of friends that I had so much fun with.
Yeah.
So the group of friends, the favorite memory I had was the skiing one. I That was like so much
That
fun
was really fun.
because
Yeah.
we did because we all three of us because it was just a three people group, and so all we planned the whole thing. We did everything ourselves. We were adults. We were freaking adults, and so we um we planned everything. He's doing something. I know what he's doing, but anyways,
I actually didn't
we
do anything.
planned
I
everything.
wasn't doing anything.
We planned everything. We communicated with each other because we were gonna go on a Saturday, but then plans changed because of the weather, so we
Yeah.
ended up going on a Sunday,
Safety
which is
first.
totally okay. Yeah, and so we communicated about the days. We had so much fun going up there. We got there safely, came back safely. We had a blast when we were there. We just did a lot. We had dinner when we came back home into town
That
because
was
we're like we
fire.
didn't want to have dinner up there because we didn't want to stay when it got too dark.
Hmm.
And so we just ended up having dinner in town where it's close and lit up. And so that would probably be my favorite memory. My favorite memory just us. Oh goodness, we.
It's a lot.
Oh goodness, this is really hard.
There's a lot of
I want
stuff.
to say, uh, get back to me. Your turn.
Okay. If it's a recent event, then yeah. Actually, I'll go three. One recent, one sort of recent that's like digital more, and the third one that's like long term. The third one's so boring for me, but it's like genuinely the most special to me. One, the skiing trip. That one's obvious. It was very fun. We actually like it was actually kind of I liked how much each of us like contributed. Like our friend did stuff for it. Kelly did stuff. I remember actually messaging Kelly the night before, being like, "Hey, do you want anything? Like, we like buy stuff." And then she's like, "Can you get like apple slices, pineapple chunks, stuff like that?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went on like a random like late like run to Costco with a friend. I think it was you guys. If you actually, oh, this is on Kelly's channel, so you guys probably don't know her, but Izzy is one of my closest friends and one of my mods. And I literally just hit her up and I'm like, "Oh, do you want to go to Costco with me? Like, I need to get some stuff." She's like, "Oh yeah, sure. I want to go to Costco too." And she didn't have her car at the time, so I was able to take. We kind of benefited. She's like, "How did you know I want to go to Costco?" So we both benefited. She was able to use my car to go to Costco. We're driving there, and then I was able to use her Costco membership to get into Costco and shop. It was genuinely like the best, most unpredicted collaboration ever, and it was so fun. And I got everything except the mango chunks, the mango slices. I went back home, and then I was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot Kelly's dried mangoes." In case you guys don't know, Kelly's a sucker for dried mangoes. I bet you could get her to like put your name on her channel as like a sponsor if you just send her dried mangoes. For real.
Costco. From Costco.
From Costco, because I got it from Rayleigh's and she did not like it, and she said it tasted
You
chalky
didn't
as
like
hell.
either.
I didn't. It's true. Yeah, you're right. It was bad. Um, yeah. So that was we kind of all did stuff to prepare and like have us there. It was really fun, and everyone was like, it felt good. I don't know. Like it didn't feel like just like it felt like everyone was having a good time. Didn't feel like anyone was like left out. Everyone was just part of it and like part of it as like a team, like a group, and it felt good.
Mm-hmm.
I like when everyone's like part of the group, and if someone's like lagging behind, I try to like pull them in. I'm like, get over here, come join us.
It's like I was the mom of the group because I had movies in the car.
That's true. That's true.
And I had like so many snacks and
you drove us
I
home and we
had,
both
like,
fell asleep.
Yeah, I was driving home. They were passed out.
I was trying
And
to stay
I
awake,
had,
but like she kept
I
telling
could
me,
just tell in his eyes he was so tired. I was like, just go to sleep.
go to sleep.
Close your eyes and go to sleep. And then
Yeah.
I had hot water just in case we wanted to drink hot cocoa or tea when we were there, because you never know when you're at the snow you want to have something warm, and so
And we didn't bring
we
cups.
but we were gonna use the Pringles.
We were gonna. I proposed using the Pringles cups because we had Pringles as well that I bought for our other friend
Yeah.
because he likes Pringles. And I was like, what if we just use the Pringles cups? We're like, this is a good idea. We never ended up doing it, but hey, we could do it in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Next
it was
year.
just hot, and so we just wanted to drink water, and so
Hear me out, guys. We drink hot freaking chocolate in the summer when it's like 105 degrees because global warming exists and it's gonna get higher and higher. Yeah.
Anyways, what's your number two?
Oh yeah. Number two. Number two is It Takes Two. That was the very
Yeah.
first. This is the first time that we've played games before. I don't know if you've played. We've played like maybe. We've obviously played Fortnite because she's a sucker for Fortnite. Obviously. We played. I don't remember if we played Overcooked together. I don't think we did. No. I think I talked to you about it and you didn't play back then. I remember for whatever reason you just didn't play.
Yeah. I didn't play any games back then, just besides Fortnite.
That's true. I think we kind of. I kind of like contaminated you to be a gamer. I think, if I'm right on this,
Kinda.
I think I helped contaminate you.
Kinda.
I played a role. I know that for sure. Played some role.
Oh, yeah.
So It Takes Two was the first game we actually like played together, like just the two of us. I think also just the two of us, but also like one that we were like actively like, oh yeah, we're playing this game. It's not something we kind of did passively, like, oh yeah, like we're just hopping on this thing. We're like, yeah, we're playing this game together and it's gonna be great. It Takes Two, for those of you that don't know, it's a sort of like a story game. Very good game, by the way. Very great art, animation. The story is like pretty fun, and it's like about two people that are like divorced in the game, and they're trying to get over their like trying to reconcile their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good game. I love it, but that's beside the point. I just like playing that game with her. It was very fun. We would stay up like late in the night to play games together. And that might be different for some of you guys, which you guys are probably professional degenerates. But for me, I'm not used to being a professional degenerate. Did you look out the window? It's like one of your
Because it's rain.
viewers. Oh, like
No, it's raining, and so I like looking out the window when
one
it's
of your
raining.
viewers just watching through the window, like
Oh.
I was like doing that. But yeah, that was very fun, and that was the first time we started playing games together. And then we started playing more games together, like the games, some of them that she's putting on her channel. Did we play both of those? You said you're putting out two videos, right, for two different games.
Mhm.
Is one of
Yeah.
them? Are both of them with me, or is only one with me?
No, they're both with you.
Okay, yeah.
Cause
I don't remember what the
the
second
one
game is.
that
You can tell me
the
later.
one that yeah, the one that the one you fell asleep. I
Okay, I
think
know
you
what it
know.
is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
The one that's ready and I'm just still trying to upload it to YouTube. It's the same creator as It Takes Two. So you'll see a lot of back and forth
Oh
from
yeah,
those
that's
games,
right.
and so just FYI.
I knew I wasn't tripping when I saw that the bun style was similar. I'm like, Kelly, am I not the only one who's seeing this? And you confirmed it, and I'm
And we
like,
saw the
oh,
characters. Remember we saw the characters in in the daughter's room? I'll tell you later.
we did? That's so cool. Okay, yeah, we can talk about it later, but that's really cool. Yes, and the
Or
third,
we could just play it again. I don't mind playing it again.
I really would not mind either. But we need to get through our list first. Then we
Yeah.
will. Third, genuinely, this is the most boring one, but like it's the most special to me. It's when we would go out and study and work together. That was like probably the most fun I'd have. I think it's because of the volume of time we spent doing that together. We gamed a lot, sure. But there were times where we'd go like maybe 2, 3 times a week, just like studying and working together for like hours, like 5 or 6 hours, and then going out to get dinner together or like going to gym. When we would do those, like especially the studying part and working together, it was just a nice time. Half the time I would be distracting Kelly and like freaking around and making jokes, but like we'd be working together or like talking. Those were genuinely. I am a sucker for the simple stuff. I don't really care to go like big. Oh, let's spend a bunch of money to go to this place, which is why when people like bring up like skiing or like skating, it's not that I don't like it. It's still fun. I just appreciate more the things that don't cost any extra money. That are just like simple, like playing a game night at home. That's what I like. I like going out. Why'd I say it like that? I like going out. I like going out and like doing those fun things. But like if I could just do something with friends that doesn't cost money, I'd rather do that. I don't like spending money too much, as you guys probably know. I'm content with just playing video games at home, and maybe every now and then doing something fun outside whatever usually do, like skiing, because I haven't went skiing in like a year, and neither did Kelly, but it was fun for both of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my favorite three memories. Man, that question is really loaded. We had like a solid like
Yeah.
15 minutes to answer that. Actually, no more than that, like 25. That took a
Uh-huh.
long time.
I actually thought of my favorite memory
Oh, okay,
because
yeah.
I think I already did the group one
You
of like
did,
my favorite
yes.
one. Yeah, I want to say just going to the library and then going to the gym and then going like because I remember this one night we studied at the library for like so long, and then we went to the gym and then we got in and out.
I
Very
remember that
healthy.
time. I remember what happened in the car.
It
I
was
remember that,
just
yeah.
it was just very just it was
Yeah.
very it was very like not relaxing, but like it was just time. Like when we were in the library, we are just working, and then we are just spending time just together working. And like just if you're working by yourself, it's different because you don't have anybody to like just talk to.
Oh yeah.
But like if you're like in the same room with someone and you're just working on something, then you can just like just talk to them or just say something. And then we went to the gym afterwards, and then we worked out, and then we had dinner. But it's just time is quality, and I just liked using that time and not just doing something by myself
Oh yeah.
that I would usually do. And so I think that was just my most favorite because I mean I like going places too, but I'm a broke college student, so I don't like spending lots of money. But
Same.
I just I rather spend time than spend more money, if that makes sense.
That's real. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
I think also it's like it depends on the company you have. Like there's not There are people that I'd be like, of course, I'd be like, I'd have a fun time and stuff. But there's some people where it's like really special to have that time with, which is why I prioritize it. Like, okay, like if they ask me to do something, I will try to be like, okay, like what time works for you? Like, let's try to figure it out. Like, I don't want to let my busyness get in the way of like the really good relationships that I have, because that's just something that I don't. That's something that is, believe it or not, a higher priority than success. Like, I'd rather have those good relationships still because you have someone to lean towards and like support you. Because if you're living, that's actually really good. This is such a good topic on this, but I will save it for the next podcast because we're already 15 minutes over. So, but let's just say I've been looking into videos and stuff about like people trying to find like what is the meaning of life, which is a very loaded topic that will be for another day. But I was looking into it and I'm like, damn, this stuff's interesting. I like it. But yeah, I think also like, for example, like going on errands. Like I remember you would like take me along to do some errands, like to like stores and stuff, like getting stuff. You remember that, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah.
ones are also really fun for no reason at all. They're just fun. Like hey, you want to go errands after we go to the gym? Sure. Yeah, I'll do it. And then there's another like hour or two just going out together and like going to the store and like me making jokes about the items there, like doing something stupid. And then she just like, oh yeah, I need this thing. Yep, I need this thing. It's so fun. But it's so simple too. We didn't spend a single dime on it, but we're having like such a blast, which is,
Hmm.
yeah, I really like it. It's really cool. We need to do that again. We need to do that stuff
Yeah.
again more frequently. Preferably like there are some days where I'm completely locked down, but other than that, I'd be so down to like work together again and study together and just let things go from there because it's really fun. Simple stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
The
So
way you said it
this.
made it sound like it blew off everything we talked about. Like, yeah,
Oh
yeah, whatever. Like, who cares?
no.
Simple time with each other. Nah, I want those Twitch primes.
No, this episode was very
Oh
lengthy,
yeah.
and I will give everyone props if everyone like stayed, but it's coming to that end. But if you have any more Q&As that you guys want us to, just like we did today, just load them in the comments. I will see them. I will see them more in YouTube comments than DMs because I did have a couple in DMs, but I will see them more in YouTube. And
She
so
gets
I
too many
mean
DMs
I mean
already. Like, come on, you can't add to that. She's got like too many
I
DMs. Like,
mean
hey,
it's
be our model, like be our
oh
IT
my.
manager, what is it? Being our like singer, be our like gaming streamer influencer. She's got all sorts of DMs like that. So you'll stand out better in YouTube because in Instagram there's like a sea of people, like of fans. It's
Oh
crazy.
my.
It's crazy.
No.
There's like
I mean it's just easier to see on YouTube than Instagram, but I'll see them on Instagram regardless and I'll answer them on the podcast episodes, but it's whatever you guys like. So I don't mind.
but you need
I
to
just
have at
try
least
to have
1,000
some questions.
followers in order for her to answer. If you don't have the
No,
clout, then she's not
no.
gonna answer. Okay. So
Anyways, no. But again, we had so much fun filming the fourth episode. We talked about a lot of things. And so, yeah, do you have anything to say before I do the outro?
hey guys, subscribe to this channel because if you subscribe, you'll get notifications on future Kelly content. And not only do you win by getting content that you enjoy, but you also win by seeing great content from also me, but mainly Kelly because she's gonna be streaming and like making videos. Subscribe. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Well, he said it all.
Say it again. Say it again. Stats prove that if someone says something multiple times, it sticks better in their heads. Tell them to subscribe.
Well, I hope you guys like this podcast. Subscribe to see more content in the future,
Yeah.
like more episodes and more streaming videos. I don't know if I'll upload them to YouTube, but you'll for sure see them on Twitch. And I will send out a big notice when it's actually happening. He'll be very excited once it's actually happening. um, but yeah, I think that's it. Just like, subscribe, and the next episode will be on his channel. So
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoy.
Bye bye.
Bye.